colors, he finally said. Maybe more colors in the garden. What color are your petunias? He asked Annie. Pink, said Annie. Then pink it is, said Henry's dad. Put more pink in the garden and see what happens. He looked again at his bookcase. Maybe I'll buy books that lean to the right, and we'll move to a house that leans to the left, he said. Henry and Annie just smiled. Very pink. Pink stuff, said Henry as they walked back to Annie's house. We need pink stuff. He looked at Annie. You should have plenty of pink stuff, he said. You're nothing but pink. I know, said Annie. Let's check my room. They went to Annie's room. Pink everywhere. Henry picked up a small chair. Pink, he said. He picked up a large ball. Pink again. Henry and Annie loaded up 10 very pink things and took them to Annie's garden. They set them in strange high places for hummingbirds to see. I sure hope this works, said Annie. Me too, said Henry. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to feel pretty silly. Annie looked at Henry holding a pink umbrella. You look pretty silly now, she said, and she giggled and giggled. Come and see. It took 4 days. Annie and Snowball sat in the garden every morning, hoping for hummingbirds. Nothing on the first day. Nothing on the second day. 1 on the third day. And 8 on the fourth day. 8 hummingbirds. Annie ran over to get Henry. Come and see, she said. Henry and Mudge hurried to Annie's garden, and there they saw 8 beautiful tiny hummingbirds drinking from Annie's petunias. They like pink, said Annie. Maybe they just like umbrellas, Henry said. A hummingbird suddenly darted over. It hovered above Mudge's head. Or maybe they just like Mudge, said Annie. Well, who wouldn't? Asked Henry. Then Annie and Snowball and Henry and Mudge spent the whole morning watching their wonderful birds.
The end. You've been listening to Annie and Snowball and the Pink Surprise by Cynthia Rylant, narrated by Cassandra Morris and directed by Dave Millen. This book is copyrighted 2008 by Cynthia Rylant. This recording is copyrighted 2009 by Recorded Books. If you've enjoyed this book and this performance, Recorded Books recommends Ivy and Bean by Annie Barrows, also narrated by Cassandra Morris. The moment they saw each other, Bean and Ivy knew they would never be friends. But when Bean plays a mean trick on her sister and has to hide, quick, Ivy comes to the rescue with her wand, some face paint, and a bucket of worms. Will they end up in trouble? Maybe. Will they have fun? Of course!